3 weeks ago, I was in New York City for a conference, great event, Integrative Healthcare Symposium. And on the way back, flying over Colorado Springs, flying over Colorado, leaving Denver, we had a lot of turbulence and it was terrifying. I have not felt that afraid in a long time. I thought the wings on the plane were going to break off. It was so loud. There was a guy next to me. He'd just come out of a training camp and he was terrified. 6'4", big buff guy saying, I think I'm going to die. The military trained me how to survive going down in a boat. They didn't talk about how to survive going down in a plane. The kids behind us were screaming. The parents were saying to them, it's like a roller coaster ride. Don't worry, everything's going to be okay. And it was really, really scary. I got back home and the next day I got the flu. And I thought, well, it's because I've been traveling. And got on some very good homeopathic nutrients and was able to get over the flu within a day. I haven't had the flu in 30 years, so it was pretty unusual. Bad fever, really sick, aches, but I got over it really quickly. Within 4 or 5 days, the flu was gone and I was feeling better. But I've got this throat, this voice, and it's like spasms in my neck, goes all the way down to my gut. It gets worse at the end of the day, and it's worse when I'm talking. And it was affecting me sleeping. And because I'd be waking and coughing in the night with these spasms in my neck, this spasm where I can't, I'm feeling it now. It's really, really tight. I've never had asthma. Don't know what asthma's like, but I felt there was some connection to this terrible fright that I had on the plane, depressing my immune system and getting sick. So I started digging around. But as I was saying, while I was lying in bed one night, I thought, well, GABA is amazing for relaxing stiff and tense muscles. And I've got this stiffness and this tension in my breathing apparatus. Maybe some GABA is going to help. So I tried 500 milligrams of GABA and it stopped this tension in my throat completely. So I'm just going to show you, demonstrate how quickly it works. This is 500 milligrams of GABA. It's a lot of GABA, and typically people don't need that much. But let me demonstrate how quickly it can work. And I find that GABA works the best when you take it sublingually. So you put it right onto your tongue and it gets absorbed through the blood vessels in your mouth, and then it works really quickly. So I'm going to put some 500 milligrams of GABA on my tongue, and I want you to see how quickly it relaxes these spasms, and then I'll share more about what I found out about what this condition is and how I'm dealing with it. Okay. Okay. Wow, look how quickly that was. It's completely relaxed the spasms, and I can now talk, and I feel much better. Look at it. It's amazing. Within 15 seconds, it's completely taken away those spasms in my neck. So I started doing a little bit of digging, and I came across a study that talked about this cough and a connection to low GABA and how gabapentin helps. And then I posted something in this group where there's a bunch of other health practitioners, and I shared the story of the trip and the plane ride and the shock, getting over the flu, and 2 weeks later, after I'd got over the flu, I still had this voice issue. So I had this conversation with Joe Tatta, physical therapist and nutritionist. He immediately recognized it as being this vagal nerve issue. And we had a conversation. We talked about the fact that I don't have any residual infection. I don't have anything going on in my lungs. I don't have any congestion or phlegm or anything, and it definitely seems to be the vagus nerve. I'm going to do a few more tests, like to see what my gag reflex is like. That does seem to be okay. He wanted me to gargle, and I gargled, and I seem to have a bit of a problem gargling. I was kind of choking a little bit while I was gargling. And then what he's going to have me do is to do some breathing exercises to rehab the vagus nerve. He calls it neuro rehab. And then I'm also going to be doing some humming, and I'll share with you a video of me doing that so you can actually see how that works. And then we're going to do two other things. We're going to add in GPC, glycerophosphocholene, and we're going to also add in acetyl L-carnitine, which starts to heal the vagus nerve. And then he's also said that I should add some lipase to help with the fat digestion and maybe cut back a little bit on the fat consumption. And then once it starts to heal, I should notice that that improves. And then to continue with the GABA when I have these spasms and I need to talk. But he said within 48 hours of doing the exercises, which need to be done 10 times a day, every hour on the hour. So I'm going to be doing that. I've set the timer on my phone and I'm going to be doing that. And then adding in these nutrients. Even without the nutrients, I should start to see an improvement within 48 hours. And within a week, things should be a lot better. So I'm really excited to learn about this, to find the connection to GABA and find that GABA actually helped me deal with this, and then add in all these other things to heal my vagus nerve. So stay tuned for more information. This is Trudy Scott signing off.